Welcome to the land of NFL irrelevance. As you can tell by the tarps on the stands behind me, I am at Everbank Field, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I'm from Jacksonville, and I used to host a sports talk radio show in the Jacksonville area, so I'm intimately familiar with the Jaguars, and I can tell you their problems begin and end with the man making the decisions, General Manager Gene Smith. Smith has been in charge now for 3 years. Under his watch, the Jags have gotten steadily worse, culminating with a 5-11 record last year. They finished 32nd out of 32 teams on total offense, the worst offense in the league. They were just unwatchable at times. And unbelievably, Gene Smith's contract was extended this offseason. Proof, I guess, that results do not matter in his line of work. Now, there was an ownership transition this offseason. Wayne Weaver selling the team to Pakistani billionaire Shad Khan. Remains to be seen what kind of ramifications that's going to have for this franchise in the long term. Khan recently announced his plans to play 4 consecutive games in London beginning in 2013. Now, not only are the Jags going to be playing there for 4 straight years, they're giving up 4 straight home games. You know, the city of Jacksonville only has 8 regular season home games a year, so sacrificing one of those is a little bit of a blow to the community, and not to mention a competitive disadvantage for the Jaguars themselves. Why is Khan doing this? Who knows? You know, he claims it's to benefit the community, to increase the visibility. Definitely to increase the visibility of his franchise. I'm not sure he has intentions of keeping his franchise in Northeast Florida over the long haul. We shall see. In terms of on the field, there's some change there as well. Mike Mularkey taking over as head coach for Jack Del Rio. Mularkey has had some prior head coaching experience. He was the coach up at Buffalo for a couple of years. He's been the offensive coordinator in Atlanta for the past few years, and he'll be charged with, I guess, fixing an offense that needs a lot of fixing. Worst in the league last year, despite having the league's leading rusher in Maurice Jones-Drew. I'd like to know how many times in NFL history a team has had the league's leading rusher and still finished the year worst in total offense, ranked last in total offense. I guarantee it hasn't happened much. And it just says something about just how bad Blaine Gabbert was, quarterback Blaine Gabbert was as a rookie last year. He was a rookie. He did have a bad wide receiving core around him. He was thrust into a tough situation. Still, this guy's play was inexcusably bad. And what's more, he was accused of, well, lack of pocket presence is one way to put it. Fear or cowardice is a way that it's also been put. Unfortunately for Blaine Gabbert, defensive coordinators around the NFL saw the tape of him last year. They're going to be coming after him. He is going to have to prove that he is tough enough to play quarterback in the NFL. Gabbert will have to develop and improve if the Jags have any hope of improvement as a team this year. They do have a good defense. I mean, they were ranked 6th in the league last year. They returned most of their key players, so that defense is going to keep them in a lot of games. But for them to win some of these close games, they need something out of the offense. They're already getting a lot, as I said, out of Maurice Jones-Drew. Now, Jones-Drew did hold out the entire training camp and missed the whole preseason, but he's back in the fold now. He'll be on the field this Sunday when they open the season against the Minnesota Vikings. And they did draft Justin Blackmon, best wide receiver in college football, to give Gabbert some help at the wide receiver position. Will that be enough? Quite frankly, I have my doubts. Hey, I'm sure they'll improve. They probably won't be worst in the entire league again. At least you hope they won't be worst in the league again. Otherwise, Blaine Gabbert might be looking for a new job. Will they improve enough to be competitive? As I said, I have my doubts. Currently at 100 to 1 out in Vegas to win the Super Bowl. On BETDAQ, you can get them for 350 to 1. That's right, you can back the Jags to win the Super Bowl at 350 to 1. I know there's probably no Jags fans out there that hopes for the Super Bowl. Probably don't even hope for the playoffs. I think Jags fans just want to see some improvement, some sign that the arrow is pointing up and there's reason for optimism. Unfortunately, Jags fans, I'm just not sure you're going to get that this season.